All right, welcome to our Saturday morning NBA updates. I'm your host, Darion Robinson, and this is given to you by Entirely NBA and hosted by Entirely Media. Now, we posted a video a little while back just posing the question, is Scoot Henderson an early bust or is he just having a slow start, right? And we got crucified. One comment in particular was from Matt Barnes. Let's read that really quickly. And I'll put the link to the video right here above. Matt Barnes said, these weird forced conversations by guys who never played. We're 2 weeks into the season. Y'all got to chill with the clickbait. Now, the reason that we posed this question was because at the time, Scoot through those first 5 games was only averaging about 8 points, 8.8 points, so 9 points, about 4.6, so almost 5 assists and 2 rebounds, right? And for someone that's a top 3 pick in the NBA, you just have a little bit more expectation or higher expectation of what they're producing within those first 5 games, 10 games, 15 games, 20 games, that first, fifth of the season, right? And so that's something that we posted. We said, hey guys, let's talk about this a little bit to see how we all feel about his performance, right? Now, we didn't just say that to say that. There's also some facts that we brought with this. So let's look at it from this perspective, right? Over the last 10 to 15 NBA drafts, the top 3 draft picks normally go like this. So you have a superstar that comes out of that. You then have a really good player or formidable player that has some longevity in the league. And then you have a player that doesn't meet the expectations or doesn't last, right? So we would call that a bust, right? Someone that didn't meet the expectations. Let's break down these drafts a little bit. So obviously we have our 2023 draft where we have Victor, Brandon, and Scoot, right? And so out of this, Victor obviously is our projected superstar. Brandon Miller is looking like a really good player right now. And Scoot would be part of that 33% that just doesn't seem as if they're going to have longevity or make it, right? We then look at 2022 where we have Paolo Banchero, Chet Holmgren, Jabari Smith, right? Paolo obviously is really good. Chet is looking like the superstar right now. And then Jabari Smith, well, 2021, Cade Cunningham, Jalen Green, Evan Mobley, right? Jalen Green looking really good. Even Cade Cunningham looking really good. Evan Mobley looking really good. So this is our anomaly where all 3 of them look like they are going to have really good careers. 2020, Anthony Edwards, James Wiseman, LaMelo Ball. Anthony Edwards, our superstar. James Wiseman, our bust per se. And of course, LaMelo Ball could be on that, well, right now is considered an all-star, could be on that superstar wave if you could just, stay healthy enough throughout the year. Either way, meets the criteria of what we're talking about right now. And I'm going to go through these next ones pretty fast. You guys can figure it out on your own, right? 2019, Zion, Ja Morant, RJ Barrett. 2018, DeAndre Ayton, Marvin Bagley III, Luka Doncic. 2017, Markelle Fultz, Lonzo Ball, Jason Tatum. 2016, Ben Simmons, Brandon Ingram, Jaylen Brown. 2015, Karl Anthony Towns, D'Angelo Russell, Jahlil Okafor. 2014, Andrew Wiggins, Jabari Smith, Joel Embiid. 2013, Anthony Bennett. How long did that fucking last? Victor Oladipo, Otto Porter. 2012, Anthony Davis, Michael Kidd-Gilchrist, Bradley Beal. 2011, Kyrie Irving, Derek Williams, Enes Kanter. And 2010, John Wall, Evan Turner, Derek Favors, right? So we have literally the facts and stats to back up what we're saying, right? This isn't some preconceived notion where it's like, we're hating on fucking Scoot Henderson. No, hell no. We want him to do well in the league because we saw what he was doing in the G League. We see his capability and he's a young player. We want him to succeed and do well for Portland. But we're just posing the question of, is this something that we should look at and consider him maybe an early bust? Since we're talking about facts, right? Let's look at some more fucking facts. So first 5 games, I already told you his stats. Then he got injured. He was out 2 weeks, right? So he had a 2-week injury that delayed what he could actually potentially improve upon. He comes back on the 22nd against Utah, where he plays 16 minutes, grabs 3 points, 3 boards, shot 1 for 7, 0 for 3 from 3, and did not start that game. Since the 22nd, Scoot Henderson has not started in the last 4 NBA games. He is coming off the bench, right? Metrics for those last 4 games, for the last week in November, he's averaged 21 minutes, 7.5 points, 4 assists, and is continuing to shoot not that well at 31% from the field while continuing to average the 4 fouls, right? We talked about that before, low points, high fouls. So it's like, is there some underlying thing that we're just not hearing about? We're going to continue to monitor Scoot because like I said, I speak for not only me but everyone here on the team that we want him to do well. We want every NBA player to do well because we understand the struggle and an emotional aspect that it takes to actually make that adjustment, right, from G League or college up to the NBA. So I'd love to see what he does. And then obviously we look at his lower level professional career in the G League, where he played with Team Ignite. He played about 25 of those 50 games. He was injured throughout that time. So that's another question we need to ask. Does Scoot Henderson, or will Scoot Henderson have longevity, or even have the ability, or even have the opportunity to create a good career path if he's injury prone? Something we can take a look at. So going back to the G League stats here, he played, again, 25 out of 50 games. He averaged about 17.5 points, 6.5 assists, 5 rebounds, 1 steal, and he actually shot pretty decently. Not the best, but decently. 43% from the field, 28 from 3. So that was one of the things, right? That was one of his knocks. He needs to get better around the perimeter. Because right now it's not looking good. He's not shooting well from 3. He's not shooting well from the field. He's not getting any points. He's not, average assist at 4. And I guess you could say the defensive energy is there, because I always say that when it comes to fouls, you're either not playing defense well or you're really aggressive in your approach, which I like the aggressive in the approach, right? You're doing what you're supposed to do. You're just getting hit with fouls every now and then. So I like that aspect. I think if he keeps that up, he can at least stay on the floor. Because in my opinion, he's a baby Russell Westbrook in a way, right? He has that explosion and that mentality. So I really like that out of Scoot. So that was one of the things. We're gonna link to the video where we talked about this, so you guys can formulate your own opinion on Scoot Henderson right now. We're gonna continue to do these Saturday morning updates, and again, we'll have some guests every now and then. And we'll see how it goes, guys. So if you have any questions that you want to post for our Saturday morning, or anything we want to look at, just send it our way and we can definitely take a look at it. So guys, I am out of here, but it's nice to see y'all. Be back next week.